Yeah, aloha, this is Harry from Kailua. Let's learn some inversions today on the Slack Key guitar. So what is an inversion? Well, a chord is made up of 3 different notes. So let's refer to like the Three Stooges. You might hear the Three Stooges go, hello, hello, hello. That'll be like Mo, Larry, Curly. But if like the Three Stooges, does it have to be Mo, Larry, Curly? What if you did, that'd be like Larry, Curly, Mo. Or you could go Curly, Mo, Larry. And if you do it again, you got Mo, Larry, Curly again, because if there's 3 people, there's 3 ways to mix it up. So let's teach you this. Let's do a close-up. Okay, today we're going to learn inversions of a chord in Slack Key tuning. So to keep it easy today, I'm going to teach you on these first 3 strings. I'm going to leave the bass notes out because we usually use the bass notes for the G chord and the D chord. I'm going to teach you inversions of a chord on the Slack Key, and standard guitar later on in other videos so that we can refer back to that when we go to different tunings. But let's do it in G tuning today. Okay, so if this is Mo, Larry, Curly, G, B, D, which makes a G chord, the Three Stooges, does it have to be Mo, Larry, Curly? Well, it could be Larry, Curly, Mo, Larry. No matter how you mix them up, they're still the Three Stooges. So in the same way, G, B, and D could be mixed up in different order. They'll still be a G chord, just in a different order. That's what inversions are. So this G, B, D will now go to B, D, G. And if I do it again, D, G, B. And if I do it again, I get G, B, D. So if it's Mo, Larry, Curly, then you're going to have Larry, Curly, Mo. And then you're going to have Curly, Mo, Larry. And you get Mo, Larry, Curly again. And just keeps repeating until you run out. Okay? So what's helpful is that when you learn one shape, that's 12 chords. G, G sharp, A, so forth. So let's make it useful for you. Let's say you're doing a simple song that has 3 chords. A G chord, a C chord, and a D chord. Okay? But now you got inversions. So if this is G, we'll just use the G bass for now. So G, A, B, C. So if you hold this is a C chord, and a C chord is made up of C, E, and G, so I'm just going to use the G bass. So that's still a C chord. And if I move 2 frets up, that's now D. So I can use a D bass. I can use this bass or this one, or both. Okay? So this one shape gives you G, C, and D. So here's G, here's a C, and here's a D. Okay? With the next inversion, this is a G chord, so let's use the G chord, a G bass. So G, so A, B, so C would be here. I'll use the G bass because C, E, G is part of the C chord. And if I move this 2 frets up, it's a D chord, so now so now you have a D chord, a C chord, and a G chord using that shape. So here's the third shape. Here's a G chord. So G, A, B, C. So here's a C chord. I'll use a G bass. And if I move 2 frets up, that's a D. So what's kind of cool is since you got 3 different shapes and there are 12 chords, you can put them all in the same area. So for instance, if this is G, the closest C is right here, and the closest D would be right here. So again, here's G, C, and D. In the next position, there's G, closest C is right here, and the closest D is right here. So here's G, C, and a D. Okay, in the next position, there's G, C, and a D. So G and C, if that's 12, that's G. So here's a C right here. And then D can't go that way, so this should be closest D. Okay? So have fun with this information and check back and we'll learn some more.